Assalamu alaikum everyone, this is Muhammad Hassan, your instructor for this course Commerce Simplified Business Foundation for Everyone. This is our first video which we'll name as Introduction to Business Studies or Dynamics. Okay, so let's start with a simple question. Why should we even study business? First, studying business helps us understand how organizations create value. Every company, whether small or large, exists to solve a problem or fulfill a need. Second, it helps us make better personal and career decisions. Whether you want to start your own business or work in a company, business knowledge is essential. And third, it helps us think like entrepreneurs and managers, meaning we become better at decision making, problem solving, and identifying opportunities. Moving on to core activities of any business. Every business, no matter its size, revolves around four core activities. Number one is marketing. This is about finding and attracting customers. Without customers, a business simply cannot survive. Number two is operations. This involves creating and delivering products or services. Third is finance. This is about managing money, including pricing, budgeting, and investments. And finally, human resources or the HR department, which focuses on recruiting, training, and motivating employees. Together, these four functions form the backbone of any sort of business. Okay, so how a business progresses. Businesses don't succeed overnight. They follow a cycle. It starts with an idea, then moves to planning, and then building. After that, the product or services is sold to the customer. Then comes the feedback, which is extremely important because it tells you what sells and what doesn't. Finally, the business improves or iterates based on the feedback. So, the key idea here is start small, learn quickly, and continuously improve. Okay, so there are different types of business structures. Number one is the sole trader, which is a business owned by a single person. This business structure is simple yet limited in scale. Number two comes the partnership, which is sharing ownership between two or more people. Third is a company or what we know as a corporation, allows for larger scale operations and offers limited liability protection. Okay, so what is limited liability? Limited liability means the owner's obligation remains within the business only, and in case of a default, the owner does not have to sell his personal assets to pay off the business liabilities. Okay, so the last type of structure is a non-profit organization which focuses solely on social objectives rather than profit maximization, which is the goal of a private limited company. Each structure has its own advantages and its own drawbacks, depending on the business goals. Okay, so in business, every decision involves a trade-off. So, what type of trade-off? In a business, for example, risk versus reward. Higher rewards usually comes with higher risks, or cost versus quality. Businesses must balance affordability with customer expectations. And finally, speed versus perfection. But sometimes it's better to launch early and improve later rather than waiting for perfection. Understanding these trade offs help businesses make smarter decisions. These trade offs would be better understood in the next video where I'll teach you about opportunity cost in an economy and for a small scale business as well. Okay, so now let's look at what actually drives a business, the stakeholders of a business. Number one are customers, the king. Who wants your product? Who will buy your product? Number two is value proposition. Why should customers choose you over the other numerous competitors in the market? Third is your revenue model. How exactly will you make money? And lastly, costs and margins. Ensuring your business remains profitable and sustainable is necessary. These drivers are essential for long-term success of a business. No business can survive without these four drivers. Okay, so to build a successful business, there are four key stages. Number one, launching. Number two, validation. Number three, growth. And lastly, scaling. So let's start from the first stage. What is launching? Starting with a basic version of your product also known as MVP. Then validation, which means testing your assumptions quickly, and growth, which means acquiring and retaining customers over the long term of period. And finally, scaling, which means building systems that allow the businesses to grow consistently. The main focus here is to validate quickly and scale that works. Okay, so here's an exercise for you. If you want to apply these concepts, here are some simple steps. First, choose a simple business idea, not anything fancy, just a simple basic business idea. Second, talk to at least 5 potential customers to understand their needs. Third, build a basic version of your product or service. Then, track simple metrics like revenue and number of customers. And lastly, these steps would help you turn ideas into simple model businesses which could be scaled later. To conclude, business is all about creating value. Start small but learn fast. And always focus on customers and cash flow. These are the fundamentals that apply to any successful business in the world. Thank you for listening. This was a video on introduction to business studies or simply business dynamics. I hope you are somewhat clear on it. Till the next video, take care of yourself. Allah Hafiz.